Let's talk about the U.S. relationship with Canada because did Trump winning the election, did this factor into Trudeau stepping down? As we know, Donald Trump recently called Trudeau the governor of the great state of Canada. Obviously, Canada is not a state. And he plans to impose a 25% tariff on goods from Canada. So is Donald Trump's tough rhetoric when it comes to Canada, when it comes to Trudeau, did that factor in his decision, do you think?
I don't think that Trudeau stepped down or changed anything because of some social media posts by the incoming president. I think what it did highlight is the need to have somebody at the helm to take part in these what will be challenging and important conversations. Trudeau feels that he is the right person to do that. I think that's one of the reasons we've seen the delay. He was successful back in the first Trump administration in steering Canada and landing the relationship in a good place. I believe he thought he could do it again. But the caucus, which are all of the different MPs in across the country who fly under the Liberal banner, they got together and they've been slowly, especially over the last 6 months, increasingly vocal. And so what we saw was very similar to Kamala and Biden and sort of a grassroots push to say, no, there's too much rage against the person at the top. We have no chance with him. We need to change that person. And I think over the Christmas break, Trudeau came to the same conclusion.
So, to your point, then, are Canadians surprised today at this announcement because Trudeau was trailing the Conservative leader by double digits in polls? You're saying that this is almost like a Biden-Harris situation. I know in America it was expected that Biden was going to step aside after that debate, but once that actually happened, people were still shocked and people felt that shock. So, is that the same in Canada today?
So I'd say the shock is maybe a little more muted. There was our finance minister sort of had a spectacular exit in mid-December where she quit and she criticized some of the economic policies of the Trudeau administration, ones that she would otherwise been associated with. And so since then, I think people have been holding their breath, waiting to see what he was going to do. And while we were waiting, the silence was deafening from Trudeau, but caucus members were emboldened and speaking out, and by early January, it felt inevitable.